I think this video is the most important one in the How to Attract Women series because I will explain to you the personality traits that make any woman on this earth wildly attached to you. However, there is one thing that if you don't understand it, you will never succeed with women. And this thing is related to this statement. You might tell me now, and this is something I often see repeated in comments. Women are different and each one of them is unique. Listen to me carefully because what I'm about to say is very important and I want you to remain aware of it for the rest of your life. When we talk about attraction, we are discussing something instinctual. For example, imagine I tell you about a person who is feeling thirsty. If I asked you what they need, the answer would be they need a glass of water. Would you ask me what that person looks like? They could be black, white, Asian, African, Indian. It doesn't matter who they are. The answer will always be that they need a glass of water because water is an instinct for us as humans. Now, let's talk about attraction. Imagine I told you there's a girl with a beautiful body and a pretty face, and we brought a straight man in front of her and asked him, would you like to sleep with this girl? The answer would of course be yes. Whether he is tall or short, fat or thin, it's impossible for him to say no. Yes, of course, people have different preferences. Some are attracted to blondes, others to brunettes. But as long as the girl has a beautiful body, the man's answer will always be yes, because this is something instinctual, something we cannot control and that we all share. The same applies to women, but the difference between men and women is that men are attracted visually while women are attracted emotionally. So if you can trigger the right emotions in a woman, she will be attracted to you. It doesn't matter what you look like. Her answer will always be yes. And this is why the man who is surrounded by many women tends to be more attractive to other women, because all women desire the same thing. I will explain this to you today, and I will give you traits that will make any woman on this earth fall in love with you. This video won't be like the others because it will delve deep into your mind as a man, focusing on you and your personality, not the woman. So listen carefully. The first thing I want to start with is the mindset you need to have, as it is the foundation for everything I will tell you later in this video. You, as a man, must believe that anything that exists, you deserve it. And don't be afraid. Even though this might sound theoretical, I will explain everything to you in detail. And even though today's video focuses on the basics, I promise you that by the end of it, you will have a clear understanding of the type of man who makes a woman deeply attached to him. So, how should you believe that anything that exists, you deserve it? Imagine you want to work at a big company. Don't tell yourself, no, I don't deserve that job, or that girl is too beautiful, she's out of my league. This is one of the biggest signs of strength that makes a girl attached to you and allows you as a man to live a happy life. The second aspect of mindset is value, the belief that you have intrinsic value. How does that work? As a man, you must not allow your value to be diminished or dragged to the ground. This was a problem I struggled with in the past, where anyone could disrespect me or belittle me without me caring, and they could try to undermine my worth without me feeling any change. This was because I was born and raised in a poor environment, so insults and disrespect felt normal to me. As I grew older and began interacting with women, even though my circumstances had changed, that mindset didn't change within me. I had no problem with someone coming along and lowering my value. As a result, this caused me significant struggles with women. So please, don't be like me. If someone disrespects you or insults you, you must stop them. If a girl sees you standing up for yourself, her attraction to you will increase significantly. This principle also applies to women, regardless of how she looks or appears. If she disrespects you, you must set boundaries with her. The third aspect of mindset is that whenever you make a decision, you must assume it is the correct decision. This mindset makes a girl highly attracted to you because you exude confidence in your decisions. Whatever decision you make, you do not hesitate. If you're walking together and decide to take a certain path, you confidently tell her it's the right one without any doubt. If you sit in a restaurant and order food, you do so with confidence. If you enter a store to buy clothes, you choose and buy the outfit with certainty, without asking her opinion or seeking approval. When you make a decision, you don't ask the girl with you for her input. No, when you make a choice or desire something, you're 100% sure about it. The fourth and final aspect of mindset is the belief that any girl you are attracted to is also attracted to you. This is one of the first principles I explained to you in the How to Attract Women series. It is among the most important principles to have when you enter the dating world. Always assume that the girl you are talking to is attracted to you and communicate that feeling to her. I've already explained this concept in detail in this series, so I won't expand on it further here. Now that we've finished discussing mindset, let's move on to what really matters and talk about behaviors and how you should act. Point 1. A trait that is often mentioned and must be part of you is having a plan and a goal in life. How so? You've probably heard this said many times, and I've also seen many people talk about this trait. However, I've rarely seen anyone explain it correctly or clarify its connection to women's attraction and how it can make a woman drawn to you because of it. Listen carefully. First, we need to understand the mistake most men make. They believe that having a good job, a job they like, or money is the ultimate goal, and that women will be impressed by this. Yes, having money might help you find a woman who loves you for your wealth, and you'll find plenty of gold diggers around you. However, if you want a woman to love you as a person and feel attracted to you, you must have a goal. Being a man who is ambitious and working toward a goal is far better than being someone who has already achieved that goal. Pay attention to this now. If we take two men, one who is a doctor and already practicing, and another who is still studying in medical school and working hard to achieve his dream, and we introduce them to a woman, she will be more attracted to the man still studying and striving than to the doctor who has already achieved his dream. In other words, even if you are a stable, working person, you must have a goal and be actively working on it. Whether you're training to achieve a perfect physique or working on a side hustle, you need to have something to focus on. A woman needs to feel when she enters your life that you are heading somewhere and that she's coming along with you. Trust me, my brother. If you don't have a goal or something to focus on, the moment a woman enters your life, she will become the center of your world and you will start following her. This is the biggest mistake you can make with any woman. Now let me explain how to show her this. Yes, you might have a goal and a plan in life, but that doesn't necessarily mean she will feel it. The way to show her this is by making your goal more important than her. For example, if she says, "Let's meet up," you reply, "No, I need to work today." Or if you meet up after an hour or an hour and a half, you tell her, "Alright, I need to go now because I have to work out at the gym at 7. Or if you have a YouTube channel and she says, "Let's meet up," you tell her, "No, I'm working on a video right now. I'll finish it first and then we'll meet." In any case, what I want you to do is always stay busy with something. Please, owning a house, a car, and having a job is not enough to live a fulfilling life. If you're stable and married, please set a goal and work toward it. This way, you maintain your wife's attraction to you. This is one of the biggest reasons women ask for divorce or cheat on their husbands. Most men, once they marry and settle down, fall into the same daily routine without any goals. You are a man, and you must always be striving for something. You are a hunter. By the way, sometimes a woman may try to mock your goal, challenge it, or discourage you. If she does this, I want you to understand that it's simply a test she's doing to gauge your strength. You must not let her do that. But at the same time, don't get angry. This is a natural thing most women do. Point 2, the ability to ask for what you want. This is one of the most attractive traits to women. For example, if you're sitting in a restaurant with a girl or a friend and the waiter comes, there's a common mistake I often notice among young men. They ask the people they're with what they think they should order and base their choice on that. No, when the waiter arrives, you order what you want. This is a habit you must always stick to. If you're in a taxi and you feel hot, ask the driver to open the window. Don't underestimate these small actions because they play a significant role in attracting a girl. Even if your request is denied, it's not a problem. Let me explain this point to you. Imagine you're with a girl in a taxi and you feel hot, so you ask the driver to open the window, but he tells you he can't because he's sick and the cold air might harm him. In this case, the driver refused your request, but that's not a bad thing. This is the problem that causes many people to fear asking for what they want. You might think to yourself, what if I ask and the driver says no? I'll feel embarrassed in front of the girl. This is faulty thinking. Even if he says no, it's not an issue. The important thing is that you asked for what you wanted and you should not feel embarrassed. If you're working in a company and feel that you're doing a lot of work but not getting paid enough, you should go to your manager and ask for a raise. That's why, starting today, wherever you are and no matter what you want, whether you're in a specific place or something crosses your mind and you desire it, you should ask for it without hesitation or overthinking. If you want something, ask for it. Point 3, you must have the ability to handle failure. This trait is ingrained in our genes as humans, dating back to the days of the cavemen. Failure is a natural part of our lives, and when a woman looks for a man to be with, one of the most important things she seeks is a man who can overcome failure, a man who can fall and then rise again. This ability has a magical effect on women, making them feel an intense, almost unnatural attraction to you. Let me explain how to demonstrate this ability to her. Imagine you applied for a job at a company, went for an interview and failed. You should tell her about it. You need to learn how to express your failure. At the same time, when you aren't accepted, don't show her that you're discouraged or have lost hope. No, if you aren't accepted on that very same day, apply to other companies and keep searching. Or for instance, if you made a mistake with her, whether it's the girl you're talking to or someone you're in a relationship with and it was your fault, don't back down at the first sign of trouble. Instead, face it, talk to her and work on resolving the issue if you were the one at fault. Why do you think make-up sex exists? Why is it that after you make a mistake with a woman and then make amends, there's often a strong physical attraction between you? Because women are naturally wired to feel attracted to a man who faces challenges and solves problems. The man a woman loves the most is the one who fails and then succeeds, not the successful man. This is because women are drawn to power, and power is failing and then succeeding. What you must never do is remain stuck when you fail. For example, if you're working out and get injured and then stop working out and never return, that means you've given up at the first sign of failure. Or if you take an exam, fail, fail, feel discouraged, and stop trying altogether, that's unacceptable. Don't let discouragement take over, and don't start complaining or crying. When you fail, pick yourself up and rise again. Don't be ashamed of showing your failure, because failure isn't a flaw. Failure is a part of life as humans. Don't be embarrassed by it. When you show a woman that you can handle failure, in her subconscious, she thinks, if I'm in a relationship with this man and something goes wrong, he'll be able to overcome it. She'll love you and stay attached to you because she feels safe with you. The final point, you must not be in a rush. In your relationship with a woman, you should never appear hurried or overly eager. Don't show that you're trying to sleep with her quickly or rush into a relationship. You need to remain calm and take your time. Women are attracted to men who seem composed, deliberate, and patient in their approach. Don't take her phone number today and immediately ask to meet her tomorrow. Or if you meet her today, don't ask to meet her again the very next day. You need to take your time and avoid coming across as overly keen. And here, I want to address a question I often see repeated in comments. How long should I talk to a woman to make her attracted to me? Well, you can spend 5 completely boring hours or 5 extremely interesting minutes around her. It's up to you to decide. What do you think is better? 5 hours of boring, drawn-out conversation, or 5 minutes of high-energy, exciting interaction? In this case, 5 minutes of excitement are far better than 5 hours of monotony. If you find yourself struggling in this area, the problem isn't the amount of time you're spending talking to her, it's how you're talking to her. You must always aim to trigger her emotions. As long as your conversation moves along emotional lines, she will remain interested. The key is to make the conversation emotional and engaging, not just ordinary talk lacking energy or enthusiasm. And this was The Dark Needle, and I'll see you in the next video.